Greetings YouTube. This video is going to be a little different. Not in the fact that it's talking about my opinions on diversity and stuff. But I don't know if you can hear, but I'm playing drums as I'm talking. Get some drum time in. If I can even talk and drum at the same time as well. But, there's this thing about Skrein taking a role for Hellboy. I don't know that much about Hellboy. I wanted to read Hellboy, but I'm focusing mainly on, like, you know, I have Walking Dead and stuff, different publisher, Immature, Hellboy's Dark Horse, but, it was a good choice. I'm not playing as well when I talk, but it's still fun. It was a good choice of him to drop out, but there were remarks that were said about diversity, which by law, diversity just means different. You could have a movie with 50 white guys, and it would still be diverse. It's called culturally diverse. People don't understand. Diverse just means different. I don't know. I would say variable, but it's not really a variable. But the thing I don't like about it is when they went on the path of, it needs to be found, or it needs to be, I was reading the articles, but I don't remember exactly what it was. It was about him wanting it to go to an Asian actor or someone that'd be more appropriate for the role. Okay, cool. But then it seems like they didn't care about any acknowledgement of, like, you know, when Iris West, throughout all of her history, was black, or white. I mean, she was white, but in, the show, they made her black. They don't care about that. That's fine. And the excuse is always, well, 75, 60 years ago, it was just white males writing comics. Well, they were Jewish. But, I mean, I guess that wouldn't be their race, that'd be their nationality. I mean, it was just white males writing comics, and it was just full of white characters. So for the past 75 years, which is not even the past 75 years, past 15, 20 years they've been including, or even longer, they've been including black characters, people of color, people with different orientations of sexual stuff, which if you have to think your race or sexual orientation defines your character, that's just a joke, in my opinion. But, that's just how I see it. But what about, the thing is their excuse is, it was all white characters, so it's fine to completely replace them because they had their spotlight. No, they had their spotlight in the comics that they were created in. And the other argument is, it doesn't change their character. No, skin color doesn't change their character. Well, liberals, you're always constantly talking about how people of color are treated way worse and have to protest for their rights. So, obviously, in your world, if Iris West was right, she'd be perfect. And in the show, which I'm grateful for this, they never bring her going to a BLM protest and burning cities. But that wasn't even a joke, I'm just doing shit. It just pisses me off, honestly. Because it's the stupidest excuse ever. The most stupid excuse I've seen. Like, there's the Bruce Lee at one point was one of the biggest Hollywood assets out there for Kung Fu movies when they were trying to bring that to America. I would be pissed if they made Bruce Lee just some sort of white guy. Domino. Okay, that, I don't care if it goes to a person of color. That's awesome. Cool. Then you're giving them their opportunity. But when you make it blatant that you're only doing it because they're black, maybe she's a good actor, I haven't seen her stuff, but you're only doing it because to have diversity, it ruins it completely. What about diversity of characteristics and intellectual diversity? What about that? That's a form of diversity. It's not all cultural diversity. I don't even know how to explain it any further. It's not that hard. Okay, Ed Skrein made an awesome decision dropping out because he thought it'd be more suitable for maybe an Asian actor or whatever, because I think the character that he was portraying was supposed to be Asian. Great, but what about Iris West? I'm a huge Flash fan. Iris West isn't just a side character. That's like Flash's. That's Flash's. Well, if you go pre-Rebirth, that's Flash's wife. Even pre-Flashpoint, I mean, that's Flash's wife, and she has a big influence on him. That'd be like making. Why would you make Barry Allen black? Just to make him black? Does it significantly change the character in any way, shape, or form? Now it's on a ramble, but I mean, the way they said it at first, it's like, find a more appropriate role for it. Great, but I just don't even know how to further explain it. It's not that hard. And yes, in 50s and 60s and stuff, it was full white characters. But that's not the TV of superheroes. The television and movie of superheroes haven't had their fair share of... I mean, they haven't even had a chance to... Like, Iris West has been, first time she's put on screen, they cast her as a black person just for diversity. Candace Patton's doing fine, the way I see it. She's pulling off the character, it's fine. But I mean, I'm fine with source, like, because people always bitch about, oh, they didn't go directly by the source material. And it's like, okay, so they made something different. And then that's why when a character's race is changed, I'm kind of okay with it, because then I just think of the multiverse theory of it, and the films being their own universe. But still, the only person I can tolerate, really, is Wally, because there's a version of Wally that is black, which is Wally, the original Wally West cousin, and there's the original Wally West who is white. It's not racist to want your characters to be represented accurately, as Ed Skrein knows. It's just racist to have the double standard of, oh, now you're just not giving them a chance to shine. No, dude. Have it be the same thing. Scarlett Johansson, I probably should have given that to an Asian actor. I think the way people were explaining it, and the creator, I think, was even okay with it, I think, was that she's an android anyways or something. I'm not too into Ghost in the Shell, but I'm just going by from what people say. Well, then that doesn't really matter, but still, it is an Asian product. You should maybe have her, you could have found a good Asian actress to take part in that role. This is just a ramble. It's not supposed to be scripted or anything. I just don't even know how to fucking explain it any other way anyways, like, you know. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just a double standard, really. Because people are fine with it when it's a white character getting cast as another race for no apparent reason. But if it's like an Asian black character, or anything that's not white, then it's like, oh, well, we need to stop because that's whitewashing. Okay, then Iris West and CW doing a good job. But Iris West and CW, that's blackwashing.